Today we're going to go over how to find a legitimate talent agent and how you can pitch yourself to them. This question was submitted by a lot of you, including my good friend Kim, who is an actress and comedian in Baltimore. Now, if you are a brand new actor and you're watching this video and you don't have a resume and you really haven't worked your first acting gig yet, this video is not for you. You'll want to click on the link above to get the 5 best steps for actors that are just getting started. If you're an actor that already has a resume and a good set of headshots, and potentially even an acting clip or 2 to show off your work, then you're probably thinking that it's time to take the next step and get some representation. First, we need to find a legitimate agency. The easiest way to do this is to ask some of your acting friends that are already represented. Who do they represent? How long have they been with them? Are they happy with that agent? Can they potentially give you a referral? And don't be shy, you guys. That's how the business works. I've gotten several of my own agents that way. It's all about that networking, baby. If you don't have any friends that are currently represented and you're gonna be one of the first, then I strongly recommend that you go to Backstage.com. Go to Backstage.com, and at the top right, there's a little drop down that says More. Click on it and go to Resources. And you guys, the best part about this is that this resource is completely free. You don't even need a Backstage membership in order to be able to utilize it. This resource list is going to pull up a bunch of reputable agencies, managers, publicists, all over the country. You're gonna wanna click on the Agents drop-down and then add your filters. This includes your union affiliation, your age range, and what they represent. Those filters are going to create a targeted list of all of the agencies that you would be a good fit for on the left. Now, it's important to mention that this list of agencies on Backstage isn't a comprehensive list, meaning that just because an agency isn't on this list doesn't mean they're a fake agency or a scam agency, anything like that. I'm signed with 2 agencies that are not on that list in Backstage, but they are real and they get me very real work, and I got them by word of mouth. That's why it's important to talk to your acting friends. So now you have this targeted list of all of the agencies that you're about to submit to, and you freeze. You go, ooh, what do I say? The best way to impress an agent really is just to let your materials speak for themselves. I know over the years it's become a lot easier for me to get new representation because I do have very competitive headshots and a long resume and a demo reel, but it wasn't always like that. So how did I convince people when I just had 1 headshot and a short resume? Step 1, and this may seem obvious, but you need to follow their instructions for submitting to the letter. If they ask you to submit to a very specific email address, don't spam all the other email accounts you can find. If they say to use their online submission portal and to make sure that your attachments are under 2 megabytes, you better make sure they're under 2 megabytes. If they ask for your Actors Access link or your IMDb profile, make sure that you're including those in your submission and you're not just ignoring those fields. Online portals make it really easy to submit to a lot of different places, but it can make it kind of hard to stand out. These submissions usually include a small little box that says, "Tell me about yourself," which I like to use to show off my personality. Some actors fall into this trap where they just start word vomiting everything that's already on their resume, and that's not what this section is for. My submission would say something to the tune of a quirky Kirsten Dunst lookalike and a dog mom who likes to bake. Now, if you're sending an email, things are a little bit more open-ended, so here's how to kind of format it to make it look professional. Links work better than emails. Links are a super professional way to get all of your material in front of this agent without forcing them to download all of your stuff to their computer. You can make a Google Drive folder or a Dropbox folder and fill it with stuff like your resume, a couple of headshots, demo reel, and a specific talent, etc. Secondly, you want to show off your personality and your castability in the email. Tell the agency briefly who you are as a person, what kind of roles you can play, and then invite them to look at your materials. We don't want to tell them our whole life story. We just want to give them a little taste. We just want a little taste. It only takes a taste. Well, okay. And finally, be sure you leave a call to action in this email. You may think it's really obvious that you're asking them for representation, but if you don't specifically say, "Take a look at my materials, let's set up a time to meet," they'll open it and they'll go, "Okay, cool," and then move on, because you didn't ask them to do anything with it. Tell them what you want them to do with your email. If you found this video helpful, like it and subscribe to my channel for more content. After you've subscribed here, go over and subscribe to Marketing for Actors. Heidi Dean just did a video on this last week, maybe a week and a half ago. Her video is titled How to Write an Email Cover Letter for an Acting Agent or Casting Director, and she absolutely nails it in this video. So I'd really encourage you to give it a watch. And don't forget to leave me your acting questions below.